Hey Newburgh, how y'all doing? Great to see you as always. Today I'm here with Teresa from Tees Antiques, located right here off of 99 in downtown Newburgh. I'm going to talk with Teresa about her shop, why she's here, and show you guys what all you can find here. So Teresa, tell us a little bit about yourself and your background. Where'd you come from and what brought you to this part of the area?
I have always had a passion for antiques and stuff. My grandparents used to have an antique mall in Orville, California.
Very cool.
So I grew up picking. That was my lifestyle, going with my Guinea, my grandfather. Talking about you, Guinea. And we would go out and go picking down alleys the night before trash night.
Yeah.
And we'd go down in the pickup truck when you could actually ride in the back of the pickup truck there and it wasn't illegal. And we would get stuff and then he would repurpose it and redo it and sell it. And it was always a passion of mine because I loved it. I loved the history behind the pieces that he got. I loved the storytelling that he got to tell after.
Yeah.
And I loved being able to communicate with different people and hear their stories or their love for it or their history behind what they're looking for.
I'm sure the amount of stories you have with your granddad as well.
Oh, awesome. His store was not like my store. I make mine very visible for people to come in. Now, he's old school, so he was older and his was jam-packed. I mean, things hanging from the ceiling and stuff like that.
Wow.
So you had to walk around and basically dig through piles, sidestep through his aisles. There was no fire 36 inches in between his. It was basically what you can get through to maneuver. Right. So I kind of remember that and having fun going and helping him at the store and talking with the customers then. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I really like the vibe when you come in. It's very welcoming and I like all of the, just the way that it's laid out. Some antique shops you come in and it's just like overwhelming and messy and that's not here at all. It's very, like there's order to it.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a lot of thought.
My OCD, I guess.
There's a lot of thought behind it.
It has to be very visual. I like my customers to come in and visually be able to see it, everything. I don't like them to have to come into the store and feel like they're picking for items.
Right.
That's our job. We have fun going out there picking and finding the finds, but our job is, once they get into the store, is to make it visually appealing so that they can see it in their house and see where it can go and imagine it there.
For sure. What brought you to having your shop here in Newburgh?
I live in Sherwood, and I originally started looking in Sherwood to find an area that would be good for the store. I wanted it to have good visibility, be in an area that people could get to easily. The price range was out of my range. I just really couldn't afford it, but I didn't want to stop the search. So we came down to Newburgh, and I loved the atmosphere. I loved the small town feel of it. I love the community. And I love the different things that they do for the community. We happened upon this one. And even though it was smaller, it was one of those ventures where I felt like it was something that I could get my feet wet in, see how it worked out, and if it worked out, I could stay here or I could grow. But I loved the feel of this store. Yeah. So we've stayed here and we're going on, we're over 2 years now and still going strong. So
Very
hopefully
cool.
We can continue to stay here and be a staple.
I'm curious to know, so you opened this 2 years ago, but you were telling me that you've been up here 16 years now?
Yep, 16 years.
So what took place between Tees Antiques and moving up here?
Well, I did customer service. And unfortunately, I was one of those individuals that got hit with being let go when the economy took its downfall.
Yeah.
I was highest paid at a company doing customer service, and so I was one of those individuals where they felt like they can let me go and get someone in that was a little bit less expensive.
Right.
So during that time, it was one of those eye-opening moments where it was like, okay, what am I going to do? And I had a family to raise and still take care of. So that was one of the things that pushed me into this. It was like, okay, if I'm going to make a step into it, I'm going to do it now.
It sounds like this had been a dream of yours for a while, even when you had that job, something in the back of your mind.
Exactly. And I've always been into decor and stuff like that. And it was just, that unforeseen of not knowing if you could do it, if you can make it. Like, I know my friends like it and I know that I like it, but I don't know that everybody's gonna like it.
Very cool.
So it was kind of a fun push, and I'm glad that it happened, and yeah, no turning back at this point.
Well, my wife and I are really glad that you're here. We really enjoy going antiquing, and it's fun to have quality shops here in town instead of having to go elsewhere. Talk to me a little bit about what kind of items you guys specialize in, if there's a certain specialty, and maybe how you acquire them and all that.
I buy locally. I try and stay and buy local, because there's no sense in going all the way to downtown Portland. There's so
Right.
many individuals here that are selling great items that
Yeah.
can be repurposed, and it helps out. I'm helping the community, I'm helping the store, I'm helping my vendors out, so it
Yeah.
kind of goes full circle with everything. We've got everything from books. We've got a book section back here that works well. We get a lot of people coming over from George Fox, and they love the old books, and so we do a lot of book selling. As well as I have different vendors throughout the store. So each vendor will rent a spot from me, and they will keep it stocked with the items that they find, or their expertise that they have in looking for different pieces. I would say we've got shabby chic, from industrial to man cave to, we just got a new vendor in here that's more French country. So it's kind of all over the board.
Yeah.
And we have I have a new vendor coming in that's doing signs. And we have some vendors that do custom orders as well. So if you see something that you like, but maybe it's just not the right color, you can always ask us if we can get one made for you, or if you've got a piece and you don't want to paint it or have to worry about doing it yourself, but you want someone else to do it and give it that look for you, we can always do that as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know. What days of the week are you open? What are your hours?
We are open on Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. And Sunday from 11 to 5. So the only day that we're closed is Mondays. And as summertime comes, we will probably be extending hours until about 6 or so. We're always open on First Friday as well.
Very cool.
So we stay open that first Friday of each month until 9 o'clock. We carry the Shabby Paints line, so if any of you guys don't know what that is, it's a chalk paint line. And one of my vendors, Katie, with Restored Beauty, carries that line. And she tries to do a monthly chalk painting class here. So we
cool.
do offer that, so if anybody wants to learn how to chalk paint, you can follow us on our Tees Antiques Facebook page, and I normally will post on there what the schedule is for that.
Gotcha. Okay, so definitely check Tees Antiques Facebook page if you want to see when the next upcoming class is for that. That's really cool. That'd be fun to find someone
Bring
to
your
watch
daughter
too.
in.
You
We
think?
can paint something. Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I don't know. She's very active.
I've got
get
an active
nervous.
one too. 12 years old and she's all over the place. Ants in the pants.
Well, she's 2. She doesn't have quite the
Attention span.
Yeah, exactly. I get nervous with her around breakable items. For you guys, Teresa is willing to do a giveaway, so we are going to give away a $25 gift certificate, right?
That's right.
$25 gift certificate that you can use in the store. Enter to win by 1, sharing this video, and 2, comment below tagging somebody who you would like to spend the day antiquing with. Do those 2 things, you'll be entered to win $25 gift certificate. Teresa is also generous enough to offer a 10% discount on any item that is $50 or more if you come in and mention the Brandon Porter Show. Take a look around. If you find an item that's $50 or more, 10% off by just mentioning the Brandon Porter Show. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for doing that for
You're
my
welcome.
audience.
Yeah, that's great. It gives everybody a chance to win.
Yeah,
Even if they
exactly.
don't get picked, they still can win.
Exactly. I think that about does it, right?
I think so.
Very cool. Newburgh, as always, it's been a pleasure. We will see you in the next video.